So, hello again, welcome to Jurassic Cup Day 2 this time. We're on our second match of Day 2, however many matches on the weekend I've played, I don't know. I'm Sam Instone, obviously, as you can probably recommend by my annoying voice.
You got it, Sam! You be entertained!
give us a wave, Luke! No.
That's not Luke! Frank, is not about you!
And join with me today, of all days, is...
My name is Anne Davis, famously of Quest co-founder, the co-founder that didn't do as much as the other one.
I beg to differ.
Today we have the Fire Ducks, captained by the Welsh monstrosity Dan Morgan.
Didn't know he was Welsh.
Oh, he doesn't tell you much.
He does look like it, but wasn't my first guess.
The Cretaceous crew of Tash Ferenti. Steve the ref, about to begin.
And we've got Lauren Cockram, Gabri Rafanotti, and Amit Noy as assistant refs.
I think Monique Davis in there as well.
Yes, indeed.
Starting off now nice and slow with the Fire Ducks. Elliot Fisher in green today with a lineup of, I'm trying to say Ollie Newman, but I don't think it is. Dan Trick beating with Alex Walker, Callum Lake.
Quite a good beat bet, to be honest.
Very strong.
UK.
Versus Alex Carpenter and Rudy. For the
Alex Carpenter?
No, have I got that wrong?
No, Karina and Jordan.
One thing we'll quickly learn about me on commentary, as I was in the draft, is that if it's northern, I know it very well. If it's southern, I haven't got a hope.
You do the northern side, I'll do the southern side. So for the Cretaceous crew, we've got Karina Auer and Jordan Garvey. I completely fucked that. Jordan Jeffrey. Garvey is his middle name. And they're beating for there. Both players are Wales or London veteran players and have been playing very well in the last couple of seasons, beating. That's a near miss from Chris Radiavsky. Canadian Chris, as we call him on the
I believe it's Radzikowski. But
I asked him last night.
Well, there we go, problem solved then. We're here to just say numbers, we don't get the names right. No commentator in the world ever gets the name right, so why should we start now?
Oh,
Fish with the long ball, good save by Simon Bidwell.
Bidwell donning the number 2 for this tournament, which is very surprising as he is usually a number 42. And
no good!
That's no good on the goal.
What a block!
Simon slipping just before he gets to the smaller hoop.
Fish on the ball now.
Pass halfway.
Clear run for him. Absolute rocket of a block into number 6 for the Cretaceous crew.
Tash the captain taking a fall there. That was more of a push than a tackle.
Yes.
Which is completely fine.
Game slowed down first 2 minutes into this. It is rather humid today here in Melton Mowbray.
Yeah, it's been all right for northern weather, to be honest. Oh, Alice trying to make some pressure at the front. Back to Chris. Chris tries to shoot. Well, did shoot. There's no trying about it. But unfortunately, hasn't got the goal there.
Inbounded by Chloe Hemingway. On the run now, plenty of space. Her with Fish in pursuit. Yeah. Sends off Chris.
Nice, Alex.
Back to Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee it is.
And that's a goal from Kevin Lee on the top hoop.
Nicely shoves off.
Score at the moment is 20-0 to the Fire Ducks.
A couple of changes already made by the Fire Ducks, probably to battle this humidity. James Planning-Garden on for Elliot Fisher. I can't remember his name, a lovely guy from Swansea who I met the other day.
Red shirt, blue socks?
Yes.
I believe that's Max Parsons.
Of Swansea.
We called him Mini John, Gio and I.
Yes, that's fair enough, actually. I can see the resemblance. And Harrison, across to Chris.
There we go.
Lovely finish.
That's a nice goal from Alex passing to Tash to get the goal.
James straight through, immediate response. Goal by Planning-Garden. I'm impressed with the goal from Harrison there. Given he's wearing a Fernando Torres shirt, it's actually very rare to have seen a goal being scored. Wasn't famous for that in his time at Chelsea. He was much of a football man. Enough.
Not much.
Enough.
Enough. I have a friend who's a videographer for Chelsea Football Club.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, very nice. He's living the dream job. Shout out to George. You're probably not watching this.
Enough. Simon Bidwell now back on the ball, slowed down the pace. Ashara beating with an individual in Spanish top, who I don't believe I know, I'm afraid. Planning Garden on the ball now. No bludgers, it's the call for the Fire Ducks. James is listening to that, doing lots of running. Bidwell tackling from, I believe, from behind. Max Parsons through, free shot, and goal. I think that puts it to 4-1 to the Fire Ducks.
The beater in the Spanish kit is Max Fremantle.
Yes.
Played for Team Spain previously and came to the UK for the 2019-20 season to play for London Unspeakables.
Would explain why he's got Max on the back of his shirt.
Most definitely. Although you can have Max as a surname.
Well, that's very true.
Yeah. You can have Matt Max or Mad Max.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh, very good.
So
they're
first call out now. I believe it was called, I want to say I imagine by the Cretaceous crew, given
a timeout was called.
Given the score.
Good place to put call a timeout actually.
Yes.
It's very early on to the game. And did you know that each team gets 3 timeouts?
I actually overheard this during my game earlier.
Yeah.
I was half expecting to get the 1, and having Emily Homer shout, "You have 2 remaining."
Yeah. Incredible,
I wasn't aware. Is that the new rule book, or is that a Jurassic Cup specific change?
I think that's the new rule book. Although I don't know, I'm not assistant ref qualified.
No. I was many years ago, but not for a while now.
Would you ever retake it?
The world of Quidditch isn't ready for my style of reffing. 4:51, time called by Steve the ref. Resumed in the hands of Simon Bidwell and the Cretaceous crew. Max Fremantle with Ashara on beating pair.
Yeah, there's plenty of Maxes in this game actually. We've got to differentiate with their surnames.
One troll behind for the Cretaceous crew. Can Simon Bidwell find them? It appears that the Fire Ducks have not found them.
Beat on Alex Jaggs from Ashara, and Ashara gets beat. Ball to Alex Harrison. Oh, that's a head beat from Dan Tripp on Alex. Yeesh.
I do hope great success for Alex Jaggs, because I do have them in my fantasy team. Chloe almost found by Fanning Garden, but picked up by Canadian Chris. Excellent interception by Callum Lake.
Fantastic beat.
Goal is no good, as he was beat before, but it did look splendid.
Fantastic shot from Max Fremantle.
Let's go, Max!
You can tell that it's not their first rodeo.
Absolutely. Rudy now on with Max Fremantle for the... Jordan, my apologies.
It's all right.
Or Southern. I get everyone's mixed up. This one was Rudy's.
Rudy's on
my
our team.
apologies.
It's all right. To be fair, Rudy and Jordan, aka Trev, are both beating. That makes
In fact, very
perfect sense.
Idiot. Never mind, silly me. Right. Fanning Garden. Back to Connor Doohan. Tries to ping it across to Callum, but is expertly cut out.
Oh, that's a nice pickup from Petya, giving it back to Bidwell. Really nice. Could have gone the other way there.
Absolutely.
And Jordan did a quick sub off, but now he's back in. Not too sure why that happened. To be honest, he could have just got the bludger back. It was just around the sub box.
I think so. The cameras and the footage will remind us later.
Indeed. Oh, yesterday I was saying, sorry, Quest Analytics in advance, for any dodgy filming or commentary.
Well, commentary was always going to be dodgy.
It's Jurassic Cup.
Ball in the hands of Callum Lake now. Going up with James. I believe that's Rebecca Norman on the left-hand side of your or at the back of your screen. Connor Doohan.
I believe that's red green shorts.
Yes.
I believe that's Isabel Sheen. Plays
I'm
for.
horrendous with names.
No, that's all right. So
I remember of Nottingham.
Isabel plays for Nottingham and played for South East Knights, the previous QPLs, a long time ago. Seems like a distant memory.
It does feel like a long time ago.
Yeah. Never played for a QPO actually.
1 year with Yorkshire, that was enough. I made enough defining memories.
I was going to play with the South East Knights team, but that was due to COVID, so unfortunately.
What could have been, Sam?
What could have been? What could have been? Had a good team actually.
It's London, Sam, of course it is.
Lots of lunches flying around, but I think we're back on track now.
Johnny Tausner on, formerly of SQC. Johnny Gray.
Johnny's had a great tournament this weekend.
So the important thing to include over the next day and
Nice catch from Trev.
Trev.
Fantastic.
Before that expert play, good tackle by Connor Doohan now. Trying to take it to the floor. Excellent tackle now. Ball out. Marked well by Dan. Johnny being a bit cheeky. Beat was before the kick by Dan Trick. Back in the hands of James now. Dan off with Mr. Burkitt.
Let's go,
Our
Sam.
other famous Quest co-founder.
That did all the work.
No, the one that did all the work.
In your own words. Done.
Beat on a
That's
drag there by
actually
Max
both
Freeman.
safe. That's actually both safe from Sam and Trev. Good hustle.
First beat called on James was safe. Second wasn't. Excellent by Max Fremantle there. Bit of a scuffle now to the bottom.
Yep. Isla was alone with the quaffle with three of the quaffle players from the blue team. Seems to have resolved itself now. Back to Bidwell. Bidwell, the tactician, the chess master of all Quidditch.
Displays a nice slow but methodical play, currently demonstrated by the Cretaceous crew. Score is currently 4-2, so we're still doing that.
Beat
That's
on
fine.
hoops.
Interesting
Trev.
we've seen so far. Obviously I wasn't here yesterday, but most games I understand were in swim before going on pitch.
They were pretty close. I mean, this morning's game was pretty much the only game that was well out, with all due respect.
Excellent start. So what that shows to me is an excellently well drafted side by all 6 captains.
Indeed.
Kevin Lee now, tackled by Johnny Gray. Calm down, back to James now. Alice Walker back on. Good strong stint from Alex Jaggs there. James also taking it now. Captain for Fire Ducks is on. The one and only Dan Morgan has entered the field.
Come on, Alice!
Battery severely running out of the GoPro now. We're down to 12%. Bidwell there. Strong tackle by Isla. Play called there by Steve.
To be fair, I can go down and get like another battery.
Maybe required.
In a couple of things.
Yeah.
Because that said 31 earlier.
It did.
That's
I reckon
huge.
next time out, if there's a major one.
I think so.
More importantly is the camcorder running because that's the important one.
Yep, that's still recording.
Lovely.
I'll leave the spare SD cards up here.
Oh, that'd be ideal.
I should actually have a bigger SD card. It's like 254, 8.
Beefy.
Ah, lovely goal from Tash Renzi. Lovely goal.
Back to 4-3 now.
That's a great block from Karina. Oh, actually, that got called that she was beat. Great block otherwise.
Oh, how incredibly underwhelming because that was an amazing play.
Brooms down has been called. Believe Karina is being talked to by Steve the ref. Maybe it's just a warning, or is it a blue? Nah, blue card.
Blue card. Is that electronics?
Illegal interaction.
I personally didn't spot it. I'm too busy looking at the Quaffle game because it's better. But
Yeah, well, I'm biased.
exactly, so as am I, and hence I said it.
That's what makes us a good pair.
I'll try.
I chased once, Adam, and doing a friendly actually, and I broke my thumb.
Oh, well, there you go.
Never chasing again. Beaten for me.
Too much thinking for beating. I'm too excited looking at the 3 hoops at the other end. I don't score at them, but I like looking at them. Big ping there by Dan Morgan, slightly above Max Parsons there, and has gone out and banded by...
Blood just flying everywhere. That was a good beat on Trev by Alice. And the red team have blood control. Fantastic.
Burkett and Alice Walker. Good combination there.
Roger Torres now on for the Cretaceous crew. Used to play
Team
for
Mexico,
Team
I believe.
Mexico. Yep. Met him on Thursday, actually. Fantastic guy. Fantastic player as well.
Brings across to Canadian Chris. Nice international team here with the Cretaceous crew.
Indeed.
Canadian Chris. Coming it down. Oh, Sammy Jacopo, yeah. Just spotted him. No, I thought he'd have been on earlier. That's
I was
fine.
wondering what Team Jacobo was on. I thought he was on the Cretaceous crew. Because we played them first yesterday.
Oh, right. Yeah. How's your team been doing?
Yeah, I think we only won 1 and lost 2. Unfortunate, but it's all good.
Excellent tackle there to send Isla to the floor. Goal was no good, I believe. Carnage demonstrated. Steve, the ref, going over to Monique to try and understand what's going on. We're here in an excellent view, but despite that, my lack of ref knowledge has failed me.
Both were quite tight games for the Turkey Dinosaurs, the ones we lost.
Right.
Going to see if we can replicate this energy today at 12 and 2.
I believe 2 o'clock is against myself. Last game. Hands back, ball back in the hands of Roger Torres. Turn over there to the Blues. Nice compact defence led by the Fire Ducks there. Dan going a little bit late, but Roger overshooting it. Was going to be covered up by Burkett there for the Fire Ducks. There you go, I've got it wrong now. Rebecca Norman is now on for the Reds. Not as Belsheen. We're getting there. Battery severely running out here on the GoPro, down to 6%.
Yeesh.
Yes, please, if you could.
If you wouldn't mind, thank you.
I'd say this is a job, thank you, Warren. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
There we go. Battery low, powering off. GoPro is gone.
For now. And Chris is with the ball and passes Alex, and that's a shoot. Score now is 40 all.
That's come out relatively out of nowhere.
Dan Trick coming back onto the pitch. I have Simon to thank for that, as I didn't know otherwise. Thanks, Simon.
Here we go.
Dan Trick stealing the bludger from Karina.
Reds took an early move there. Star.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, that's warm. Can I get this on?
Do you know how to change it?
No, I do not.
Cool.
So what?
Let's switch.
Swap-a-rooney.
Yeah. Let's switch.
Lovely.
Thanks,
So
Warren.
long as I thank you, Warren. It started on 30%. We thought, oh, we'll be fine, and then it's slowly been going like, no,
Ooh, very wrong.
it's very wrong.
Thank you. Can I drop this to you?
Pulled across here. Roger overshot there. Hands in the way. Fish back on. Haven't scored much, the Reds, since Fish left the game. In pursuit by Alex Hallerson. Tackle, I believe, slightly behind. Fish to Parsons. Excellently blocked by Canadian Chris.
Very good.
Alex Harrison on the ball now. All across Roger Torres, clean through. And for the first time in this game, the Cretaceous crew are leading.
Max, that was brilliant.
Cool. GoPro's now back on again. Do you want to do another switch?
Go on then. Lovely. Oh. Seamless.
Didn't realise I was getting this close to you, Adam.
Just as he gone mad. I think we only missed about 30 seconds, but more importantly, there's no goals from the GoPro there. So, score is currently 4-5 to the Blues. And Tasman in pursuit of Fish. Max Fremantle closing it down. Long pass that excellently picked up by Roger Torres. Picked away from Chloe Hemingway. Formerly of the Liverpudley Callans, now of Velociraptors.
The Liverpudley Callans? I'm joking. Ah, Rudy's snitching for this, I do believe. That means that Gabri, Rudy and myself, the Turkey Dinosaurs' male beta lineup, are all indisposed.
Oh, lovely.
Kerry is not going to be angry. Sorry, Kerry, if you're watching this back.
Go on, Alice!
Fish back in hands now. Plenty of space. Chloe is a passing option to him. Jacopo now on with Max Fremantle for the Cretaceous crew.
Isabel Sheen acting as a troll for the red team, going around the back of the hoops.
Presently unmarked, but I think Bidwell understands. I believe that's reset used.
Oh, Jacopo going on the aggressive. Max doing a stellar beat on JT.
Excellent by Max Fremantle there. Perhaps I'd ever watched.
Narrowly missing.
Excellent tackle by Fish there. Bidwell still retaining possession. Trick coming in and mopping up. Fish still remaining with the ball.
Jeez, Bludger went flying.
Taking everyone in there.
I think that got caught on camera as well.
I've told you, Captain, you're not shouting ref. It's time for the Budgery goal.
Steve, the ref, and Jacopo having a very intimate moment.
Spectators, we need to make little gaps for beaters to run through because the ball goes over the top. It's their duty to get it. So can we make gaps in the spectators, please?
Yet again, would it be a Quidditch tournament if the fans weren't being in the way? Everyone's come far more prepared than they usually do. Plenty of chairs here on the side.
Yeah, I think everyone's had a really good idea, especially for the campers out there.
Absolutely.
Shout out to everyone camping this weekend. Well done.
Yes, rather you than me.
Did you camp this weekend? I know that you had a thing before.
No, I got here at 9 o'clock this morning into Loughborough Station and kindly picked up by co-founder Bucket.
You're taking the train?
Yes, I only live in Sheffield, so it's only about 45 minutes drive from here.
That's decent.
Train ride, so that was ideal.
That's decent.
Fish clean through, goal, and has made it level.
Game's back in. Bludgers aren't flying everywhere yet.
Excellent start here.
I believe Johnny is... No, that's fine. Thought Johnny was taking a sub. Not so much here.
But Jacopo is being replaced by Trev. Jordan Namer, Jeffrey. Which do they prefer going by?
Trev's fine. Jordan Namer, Jeffrey. I mean, no one calls him.
Do they have a preference?
Everyone calls him Trev. It's like one syllable. His words.
Oh, excellent goal by Alex Harrison there. Taking it on the move.
That's a... Yeah, they're deciding.
Definitely a goal called by Ollie Riley there.
Funny quick story, Adam. I think it was Valentine's Cup one year, and we were in Oxford, and
Yes.
my parents and I wasn't playing at the event, and Trev just suddenly comes out of nowhere, just stands in front of me in the middle of Oxford High Street, and I just introduced him to my parents as Trev, and he says, actually, it's Jordan.
Oh, made you feel like a right nug.
Absolutely. But I call him Jordan because we actually went to the same university together.
Oh, really?
Didn't study for ages. Fair enough. So the goal is good.
So I like to see that as 5-5 and 1 goal to the fans, because that would not have been possible if Riley hadn't shouted very loudly. Riley? Ollie? That's points for Ollie, that one, because that goal wouldn't have happened otherwise. Ollie? That's your goal. I'll get you fancy points for that one. It wouldn't have happened without you.
I'm probably not playing today, so this is the only way I'm getting. 50 fantasy points.
Fish, long one. Out with Machine. Good under pressure there. Isla on the ball now, but in pursuit by Bidwell and Trev.
Oh!
Really good interception there.
Really unlucky from Chris. That might be called as a helpless receiver.
It was entirely accidental, but I think you might be right.
No call play on. Great
Well
positioning.
recovered. Oh, he's got the fin out for Elliot Fisher. Oh, that's the first time we've seen that today. Doesn't get any extra points, but if it was my job, it would be. Outrageous celebrations, I believe, were part of the Jurassic Cup official rules. That and heckling was allowed. Not to the refs, but from fans to fellow players.
Sounds legit.
It's a very J. Holmes rule.
Oh,
Bidwell still retaining possession. Back to Canadian Chris.
nice.
Taking on Isla.
Wow, nice double
James.
beat from Trev. Unfortunately, the second one didn't quite work.
got the ball across. I'm afraid I don't know the individual.
Sophie Osborne was wanting to score really near the hoop as well, but just unlucky.
It was an excellent catch originally.
Absolutely.
But blocked well by Fish. Lack of communication between the Reds there. Now back in the hands of the Cretaceous crew.
Yeah, can the Blue Tees see an opportunity? Wow, that was actually a really nice pass. I just love everything that what Chris does.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan.
Big fan. Captain of... Sorry?
Well, I was going to ask where did they play now, to say they are formerly of Canada.
Yeah.
Canada?
Yeah. Captain of Team Canada previously, now plays for Wales and London.
Ah.
Yeah.
No wonder I don't know. Famously, if anyone watched the draft, I know no one from the South. Unsure of current game time. I'm putting it around 15 to 20 minutes.
I think you might be right. We've been recording for 25 minutes non-stop.
I'd say that was about right then. Rudy making no intention to really get ready yet, so guessing we're nowhere near 25 minutes.
That's another brooms down. Ah.
Isla looking rather uncomfortable.
May need an injury sub. For her benefit, I won't turn the camera on there. Just give her a bit of privacy.
It'd be Neymar if it was.
Ooh. Sorry, guys.
One more for good luck, that one, Howard.
And the camera awkwardly slipped off of the scaffolding and pointed at my crotch.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Quest, please edit that out.
Luckily, I think it's purely Quest use, so...
oh, God.
What goes on the Google Drive stays on the Google Drive, don't you worry, Sam.
Might need to get my royalty payout.
Timeout called, I believe, by the Fire Ducks, as they look in much more of a hurry to calm it down. Obviously, tied score at 6-all. Nice and level. I think it was largely led by the Reds to begin with. I think Fish returning to the Reds in green has made a massive difference in terms of just their general confidence. The general players of everyone has remained largely the same. Really, really impressed with the non-male chasers on the from the Fire Ducks. Isla Adams in particular has been amazing. Only let down by the injury, but she appears to have returned to the huddle. So I can only assume that they're all right, but overall not too bad. I think the Blues need an extra, so the Cretaceous crew could do with a little bit of extra stuff. I think outside of Bidwell, they're looking a little bit lost, but they have got a lot of leaders in there, namely obviously just Team Canada's captain, if nothing else.
Indeed.
So they could be...
It is 6-all for both sides. You know, it could be anyone's game at this point until the snitch comes on pitch.
Absolutely.
Whether the game will probably change and the score will change, we'll see. Not too sure if we're supposed to keep count of the timeouts, but I'm definitely not.
I believe it's one apiece.
Yeah.
We'll check footage later, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Are you guys taking into account timeouts called by teams? Or is that just like an extra issue you don't really worry
I was
about?
going to say, I don't think it has anything to do with necessarily points generation, but it's. I think it will be noted in our overall stats collection because it could be a nice way of being able to separate the data.
Of course.
Goal no good there. I'm pretty sure it went in, but James
like
defending well by.
So Simon threw it and the hoop came off. So.
Oh, so it went with that.
Yeah.
Dan Morgan back on with Kevin Lee replacing James Hangarden and Elliot Fisher.
As I said in the commentary yesterday, guys, Kevin was an ex-EMT member of Quidditch UK, and his role still hasn't been filled. So if you want to do some good and think you could do a better job than Kevin, then please apply for the expansion director. QUK plug over.
That's quite alright. We had our big claim to fame. Quest got its like from QUK, so I consider that officially verified. Not so long ago. Really strong there.
I think personally, as speaking to the media director at the moment, it's a brilliant system.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Burke's done a wonderful job. Right, excellently cut out by Alex Harrison there. Beat on Dan Trick, but back to Bidwell.
Blues looking a bit more integral now. I don't know. think it's probably your comments.
A lot greater speed generated by the Blues.
Passing back to Chris. And that's a shoot. Fantastic.
I think a really good start overall. I think Danny's calmed down, Dan Morgan has calmed down from the captain's perspective. Reds do look significantly different when he's in green. Not necessarily worse, just simply different. But as I say this, and I'm being arguably a little bit picky, it is still only 1 goal to separate them.
And that's a kick. No, that's not a kick-off pitch. Actually, yeah, it seemed like a deliberate kick-off pitch. Might have been to Isabel, but the ball has gone back to the Cretaceous crew.
I think Chaz Hawkins, AR there, suggested that was more of a deliberate kick.
Yeah.
But back in the hands of the side, bid well out. Shara and Max Fremantle, been particularly impressed with Max Fremantle today.
Yeah, indeed.
Has looked incredibly dangerous when they're on the field.
Yeah. Let's go, Pat Gray. It's the star man himself. Ex-York, actually.
He is.
Yeah.
We have a pleasure of meeting once. We didn't play at similar times, but always very, very friendly when we have spoken.
Absolutely.
Excellent goal, I think. But every other rep on the field has told me I'm wrong, so not sure about that.
I did see that from my perspective, not go in.
Yes. Look, I'm here to film, not make calls. I'm like every other sports commentator. I can say whatever I like. It means nothing.
Unbelievable, Adam. Unbelievable.
And this is why, ladies and gents, is why I'm not still AR trained.
Dan Morgan passing to Chloe Hemingway, but just about missing it. Giving the ball to Chris. Free run at the hoop. Here we go.
Excellent attempt of a kick beat there by Sam Burke. It's slightly off.
I noticed that as well, yeah. I mean, the right thing to do, unfortunately, aim is everything. Having good aim matters.
Excellent idea. Dismal execution.
No, Sam's been having a crack of a tournament. Met him yesterday for the first time. Nice guy as well as a fantastic player. I think I told you in the call we had earlier, we had a bit of a scuffle at EQT 2019 where we were both going for a bludger on pitch. And the ref said, beat Sam, and the whole team was just like, which one? They're both called Sam. Critics' memory I will never live down.
Dan Morgan now. Alex Jaggs fending off Pat Gray there. Dan needs to make something happen. Running out of time. Rudy looks like they're getting ready. Seekers are
Nice
exactly who you would expect given the teams.
Nice to see a goal from Isabel. Isabel's been really well positioned this game, honestly. I do have to say.
Largely and the majority have been really impressed. Haven't necessarily had the ball given to them. That could be a potential improvement point for the Fire
Looks like that the Fire Ducks are playing a more compact defence. They seem to be very much on the hoop line. Who scored?
Was Pat Gray.
Nice.
Really nice. Comes all the way around, shoots on the run, nicely through the middle. Really nice. Back in the hands of Captain Morgan. If that hasn't been overused throughout the commentary, it soon will be by the time I've finished. Slightly overshot. I think it's a little bit panicky from Morgan there. Timeout called by Simon Bidwell of the Cretaceous crew. Second one used, I believe. Calm down, I believe just before Stitch on pitch, exactly as I mentioned, exactly who you'd expect seeking today in Callum Lake and Trev.
Yesterday we had 2 timeouts called at the same time, so it was like a double timeout, but obviously it was like 2 separate timeouts called, so 2 minutes. Davros, interesting.
A nice view from up here.
It is, yeah.
Just keep looking at it.
Is. I would say that it's a little bit rickety, but that's all the fun of scaffolding. I'm impressed with the tournament, itself. I think the facilities, venue, scope of filming has been absolutely fantastic. I generally do think that more events across the UK, official or not, can take a leaf out of what we've done here this weekend.
I have been, obviously I had a mild part of doing this, and it's been great to see everything we hoped would pan out has done so.
Indeed.
I think main thanks have to go mainly the committee, Melton Mowbray Rangers, for the very nice facilities, Howard Orridge that also made it possible, and then another Mr. J. Holmes that has done an unreal amount of stuff behind the scenes to achieve this. We've helped with a bit of filming, we've helped with the quest and what have you, but this wouldn't be possible without those individuals in particular. It's been absolutely exemplary.
So
Snitch is live, Seekers are on beat. Own goal! We haven't accounted for that in fact.
Oh! Trev trying to get the snitch, getting it in his hands, and it flew up like a salmon. Hashtag Trev caught first. Now we've got brooms down, and Amit's pointing to the Cretaceous crew as an advantage.
I believe so. I mean, Portnoy, Pocket Rocket, you hear him before you see him.
Pocket Rocket.
He is rapid when he wants to be, but his voice is something else entirely.
That's cool. Rudy and Gabri are in this game, so we'll come after it. Thank you.
So really strong. Interesting game now, as I say, Seekers are live. I don't know if we called it before, but the own goal by Max Parsons there. I don't believe we actually had taken into consideration own goals in fantasy, but I believe that will be a deduction of some variety, yet to be determined. Purely accidental, but interesting nonetheless. A good goal there by a good cross.
Score check, by the way, according to us, is 170 to the Cretaceous crew. No, that's a lie. It is 110-70 to the Cretaceous crew.
So they are out of swim. Cretaceous crew are out of swim. Slightly overdone. Pass by Max Parsons there.
So Battle of the Titans, Callum Lake versus Trev.
So long by Callum Lake.
Callum Lake's trying to catch the snitch. Interesting tactic, not too sure why.
Obviously under the new rules, it would actually put them back into one. And that is I believe, a very good catch by Callum Lake there. So long. And Rudy's not a back snitch either. So that's a really, really impressive catch by Callum there.
If Callum Lake's caught, then that means the red team have lost.
No, this is under the new rules.
Okay.
This is part of the new rule book.
Oh,
this
right,
was the issue we had earlier.
Yeah.
If the team that is out of swim is behind and catches,
right,
they add 30 points to their score.
Yeah.
And basically they are now going to they are both going for the target score of 3 above the winning score.
So 140.
So at present it's 11-7 to the Cretaceous crew. The Fire Ducks have caught, which makes that 11-10. And now it is a battle between the two teams for first whoever reaches 14
That's
goals.
a really interesting rule, honestly.
So in the previous game, it was slightly less of an excitement, given there was, I think, around a 15-goal gap. But now there is only one between the Fire Ducks and the Cretaceous crew. I believe this is what the rule was designed for. And given I'm not playing in it, I'm loving it. If I was playing in it, I think I'd be thinking very, very differently.
I like to say it also adds a little bit of more jeopardy to the game.
Yes, it removes certain parts of the game that some people dislike. So I'm really excited to see how this develops. As a result, I think there's been a couple of tactical changes. The main goal scorer that has made a lot of the plays happen today for the Fire Ducks, and Elliot Fisher has returned to the field. Isla also there, Max Parsons, both looked very, very impressive for the Fire Ducks now, so it's a very strong lineup. Beaters of Dan Trick and Alice Walker. The Fire Ducks are not lying down now that they've got the initial catch.
So, just for clarification, the blue team also need to make 140 to win.
Yes.
Cool.
So obviously their advantage is now that they had a goal advantage going into this new overtime setup. Blocked there by Max Parsons. He's still going. And it is now level between the Fire Ducks and the Cretaceous crew.
Yeah. Neck and neck, Adam. Neck and neck. This is going to be interesting.
Amazing run by Max Parsons there. Could not be stopped. I can understand why he has now been referred to as Mini John.
If you're watching this back, John Cooks, you can be the judge of that.
I blame Gio entirely. Back in the hands of the Cretaceous crew.
And passes to Petya. Is she going to score? No. Tackled by
Blocked well
Elliot
by
Fisher.
Fish.
Well done.
Late coming in to collect. Still battling. Really, really strong by Petya there. Excellent battle there. Really, it's not easy to stop Fish there. So really, really strong stuff. Significant, I would argue, height and weight advantage. Really impressive stuff there. Really good by the Cretaceous crew chaser. Fish looking arguably more tired than Petya there. Really impressive. So Fish over the halfway line now. Dantrick control possession, control with the Fire Ducks. Fish looking for it. Bit of a mangled mess, but I don't think it was originally a good goal. And somehow Max Miles has got round bit well and put it through backwards. Jay, All-Star. So that's the important thing, is that between us we have to pick. I think you're going to have to be my other All-Star selector with me.
Picker.
Because I
Interesting.
wasn't here last time, but Burke's been here both days.
Okay.
So I'm going to use your expertise for that one.
Yeah, I think Jay mentioned to me I'd also lend my hand to begin the All-Star team.
Lovely stuff.
Interesting choice in power, but I'm happy to help.
Well, as I say, having Burkett and I as the leaders of the All-Star teams could also be very interesting and incredibly questionable. But it's what we're here for. It's fine. Questionable calls. It wouldn't be Quidditch without it.
No, didn't realise you guys were captaining the All-Star teams.
Oh, I don't believe we're playing. I think we're simply doing the team selection.
Ah, I see.
I have absolutely no right to be anywhere near an All-Star team.
I do love it when the spectators make ref calls.
Oh yeah. You Steve the ref knowing best.
I think Steve is really pulling off the purple shirt. I do think that
Nice,
could
nice,
be.
good colour on him.
I do think that could be the new referee colour. I mean,
I like it. I mean, it would clash with the likes of Durham, but other than that, I think it's really, really, really nice. And what it looks like is it's an old English FA one. I believe he was previously a football referee.
Right.
That is the ones worn by those that you see in the Premier League about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it, say similar quality.
pretty sure that the referees during the Euros were actually wearing purple at some point, whether during
Yes.
the final or the semi-finals.
Often purple or fluorescent yellow, just because A, you don't miss them, and B, very rarely do you see those national team colours in those types of colours. Chris has just dived through two people, picked them all up and went, thank you very much, and it's gone. Lovely stuff.
Bang and on.
So, we are now at 12 all, with 2 goals remaining for both teams. James Garden back on for the Fire Ducks, going very deep and very, very unmarked. Fish has definitely got this as his range. Will this be the intention? He's also got Callum Lake to either side, so plenty of weapons available to him. But he's got in
Trev
pursuit.
making a beat. That's fantastic.
Sent to James, but Kareen in pursuit. Blocked by James Garden. Across, Harrison, good tackle there, over the reset line. Blocked again by James Garden. Lots of jumping.
Good idea from Karina. Good idea.
I think that may be classed as a double reset. But to be honest, deep down we want it to be, because that was... really, really good. It was salmon-like by James there. So, possession back with the Cretaceous crew with 2 goals remaining for both teams. Back in the hands of Simon Bidwell now. Nice, slow, because obviously the control is with the Fire Ducks or Alice Walker and Dan Trick. I believe it's versus Trev and Karina. Bidwell to Alex Harrison. Alice Walker taking both.
Alex to Chris. Chris for the drive, stopped by Alice, picked up by JT, passed to Callum.
The man Mountain is through. Callum Lake is still going. He's pushed through. And it's a goal. 1 remaining for the Reds, I think. visible signs of excitement here, both by the fans and the teams, I think.
We've got one more for the Fire Ducks to win to get up to 140 points, and 2 more for the Cretaceous crew.
And to be honest, they've got the momentum as well. It's looking rather strong there.
This is tight.
Trade between Trev and Dan Trick there. Control is actually back in the hands of Dan Trick. Good back to him and Karina. Chris across to Alex Harrison. Beats by Dan Trick. Back in the hands of Tash Ferenczi. Blocked by Elliot Fisher. Out for a blue inbounding. Sends it very, very long by the Canadian to Simon Bidwell. Dispossessed expertly by James Tannengarden. Back in the hands for Rebecca Norman. Bit of a scuffle here. Callum Lake has the hands of the ball and it's slow. They do not want to lose possession now. Sounds bloody obvious, I know. 1 goal is all they need. Fish, patient, across.
Callum Lake was going to score and did put the ball
It
for
was
the hoop,
almost
but
the winner, but they looked visibly in pain, the beaters there.
But the whistle was blown and the Brimstone was called before that happened.
Trick and Trev. Looking good.
Yeah, what happened there was I think Dan Trick stole Jordan's bludger, and I don't know if Trev was winded at all, but he seems to be not at 100%.
No.
I do hope he's okay.
But also they've been playing for well over half an hour, and it's been very much end-to-end. Ceremonial display by Elliot Fisher there. Right. Not entirely sure why, he's done very little. But that's fine. Fish on the ball, ready for resume. Callum Lake in the middle as a threat of ever, simply due to their size. Rebecca Norman also out the back there, so plenty of options still available for Fish. Not to mention, beaters do have control. I'm not saying this looks bad for the Blues, but it certainly looks difficult.
Which team are you on, Adam?
I am on the Venice Beach Mavericks, led by none other than Fraser Paulson.
Fantastic, okay, cool.
Really enjoyed my first game today. Usually takes me about 20 minutes to get going.
If you're on that team, we have already played you.
Have you?
Yes.
The one with the oranges.
Yeah. So we're playing Doug's team and we're playing the Sluggers.
Really enjoyable playing the Atletico Sluggers this morning.
Yeah.
Was a nice way to end the day. I mean, it did help we win. That was a nice batted extra, but everyone was clearly very glad to be back. Fish on the ball now. Tackled by Alex Harrison. He's still there. Goal is no good.
Butterfingers from Rebecca Norman.
Many things have happened.
Chris asks Callum, "Are you okay?" Callum replies with, "No."
No. Many things have happened now. Callum doesn't make contact, but got very close to a high tackle.
How's the GoPro? Yep, still recording. Great.
71%. That's half an hour on this present GoPro. So I put that down. Our game at around 45 minutes, so we're almost there, and has been a massive, really enjoyable game to watch, and even more enjoyable to commentate. Dan Trick having a moment there. Resumed. Callum is off, as is Norman. So, when I said this looked difficult for the Blues, it is less so now with 2 of the Reds actually off the field. Bidwell still playing slow. James marking well. Beat by Trick. Ball is no good despite an excellent shot. It was beat before by Dan Trick on Chris. Fish looking rather tired.
Not so sure how the wind will affect the audio. I don't think it won't too much.
No, obviously, as much as I love hearing our voices, the important thing is the footage, but I don't think it's been too bad. There's a light breeze here across Melton Mowbray today. Fishes through, pass first round. Thanks. Beat off, and it's a goal!
And that's a win.
And that is a turnaround! That is the greatest turnaround I've seen today. Been 2 games, Millwall was a washout, but it's the greatest. What a fantastic game there. Really well played by both teams. Very, very exciting throughout, and even more enjoyable sat here in my ivory scaffold.
So overall, Adam, how did you?
Oh my God! Goal is good, end of the game.
Oh, Steve's given us a heart attack, but it is a good goal, and it's been a very good game overall.
Yeah, overall. Any particular players which you've been most impressed by, either side?
Quite a few. Max Fremantle was exemplary for the Cretaceous crew.
Absolutely.
Really thought Elliot Fisher really changed the game.
I think Chris Radiafsky was
also
fantastic as well.
So I've had to put a beater and a chaser on each. I'd say Max and Chris for the Cretaceous crew.
Also really giving credit to Isabel Sheen, sticks to my guns. Kevin Lee, I think, had a great game as well. And Dan Trick, JT, Elliot Fisher as well. I think everyone really wanted to win. Obviously, in these games, it's one winner and one loser.
Yeah, but it was really, really impressive. But thank you very much for that. I don't know what the next match is, but I think I'm back up here. So best of luck, Sam.
You'll be seeing me.
Excellent.
Awesome. See you guys.